So guys, you are looking to start an online business, or you already have started an online business and you're looking out there. Are there any good marketing books? Are there any good books out there that could help me with my online business? And today I've got 5 for you guys. So guys, I'd like to start off today's video by prompting you to first of all hit subscribe, and then more importantly turn on post notifications, because we are going live twice a week and it's always a fun time in the lives. Usually I end up doing quite a lot of Q&A and whatnot, so look, you don't want to miss out. I also do a bunch of giveaways. I also do discounts. If you want a discount, you always hear about it first through the live YouTubes. Anyways, we are sat here right next to like a little bookshelf. I actually have more books in there, some books along here, some more books in there. So yeah, this is where I keep some of my books. I keep majority of my books back at, my mom's home. And these are just like my top ones, the main ones I brought with me. Anyways, you guys know I'm an avid reader. I've been reading a book a week for probably 3 years now. I actually just recently stopped reading a book a week in order to spend more time on podcasts, courses, stuff like that. But when I first got started, a lot of the fundamental stuff I learned about sales, marketing, psychology was from books. Now, guys, one thing that I will tell you, and I'm just gonna be entirely honest with you guys here, is if you want a serious or a real education, or if you want to beat out your competition when it comes to online marketing, stuff like that, you have to buy courses. And I'm not just saying this because obviously I'm biased. I have courses available, but if this was, say, like, I don't know, just say there was a money management course or a finance course and there was, the possibility of reading books, I would say go for the books. The issue is with books is, from the time the person writes this to it getting published and produced, the information is usually irrelevant at that point. So the thing is with these people is they have to make the book evergreen. So evergreen basically means it's forever applicable, right? And that's very, very hard in the whole online marketing, online business sphere, but I've tried my best to collate the 5 books that I would personally recommend to anyone who's just starting out. All these books together combined will cost you maybe like $100 or something like that. So look, if you are, if you don't have the money for, courses out there or whatnot, start with this. This won't give you the nitty gritty. This won't give you the advantage, that you need over, say, your competitors, but this will give you a solid understanding of what online business is, how online business is basically just a digital version of real life business, how to go about sales, stuff like that. So let's get started. First one I'd like to discuss is the Personal FBA. Johnny Bradley, if you guys know who that is, you gotta stop talking to me about FBA, it's in my head. Anyways, the Personal MBA by Josh Kaufman, however you pronounce that. Basically, this book is pretty much as close to the title as it gets. It's pretty much a personal MBA. Like it's an MBA in a like a $15 book. I'm a high school dropout. I don't know what college is like, but I can tell you that from the amount of notes, I'm not sure if you guys can see that, but from the amount of highlights and stuff I took in this book, there's so much just fundamental business stuff. Everything from funding yourself, working with others, building teams, finance, understanding why people buy, understanding marketing, understanding budget allocation and stuff like that. So I would definitely pick this up if you're looking to get in business, like in a general sense. So number 1, that. Number 2 and 3 come very similar, is .com and Expert Secrets. Now, if you are, in my opinion, if you're in the marketing world, the online business world, these 2 books should be generally your Bible, right? So Expert Secrets is more along the lines of monetizing your passion and whatnot. Now, once again, guys, with both of these books, they're not going to give you the nitty gritty. I'm just being honest. He wrote this this was written over the space of 10 years, so it's evergreen. So these are concepts that will forever apply. We have the same brain. Our brain doesn't change. So certain sales techniques and stuff like that, they will stand the test of time. But Expert Secrets, .com secrets. Now, I'm actually gonna go ahead and post a link in the description. You can get this book for free. You just have to pay for shipping, which I think is like $13. Or what I did and what I would recommend is between these two, shipping included. I think it comes out to like $50 or something like that. They'll send you these 2 books plus a bunch of other, I think it's right here, a bunch of other, scripts, bunch of other different funnels, and actually comes in something that's called the black box. And that's pretty cool. It's a cool little thing. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna put a link in the description. Basically, it'll ask you to purchase this book, and then I'll ask you if you want the upsell, which is the black box. Heads up, it's an affiliate link, so if you want, you can just go look up Expert Secrets if you think I'm biased. But guys, once again, these 2 books, in my opinion, should be like, you can just see from highlights and stuff like that. Like, if you're in the marketing world and you haven't picked this up, I genuinely feel as though you're at a disadvantage. And I feel as though one thing I really credit Russell Brunson, he owe him a lot of credit, is the fact that he kind of makes this understandable. When people ask me like, what do you do? How do you make your money online and stuff like that? It might come off a bit confusing and stuff like that. But with these 2 books, it's pretty obvious. Expert Secrets will teach you how to monetize your passion, right? And then .com Secrets is more about the funnels, about the monetization side of things, stuff like that, webinars, stuff like that. Anyways, these 2 books, 100%. Like, I think these 2 combined are worth easily $500, easily $1,000. 100% have to pick these up. Next one is The Way of the Wolf by Jordan Belfort. This is all about his straight line persuasion. Now, it's kind of similar to these 2. If you go look, Russell Brunson has training, courses and stuff like that, digital products for $1,000 plus, right? But you can get like a very solid condensed version of that in here. In the same way that Jordan Belfort actually has straight line persuasion, he has that as an online course, right? And I think that's like $1,000, $2,000, something like that. But look, you can get a pretty condensed and solid version in Way of the Wolf, right? It's one of his newer books, and yeah, I definitely couldn't recommend any more. Guys, one thing you need to understand is business is sales. Business is sales. Online marketing is sales. It's sales, 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 sales. Basically, me, any of your favorite marketers, any of whoever it is, all we are we're just really good salespeople, right? If you look at someone who's doing any sort of affiliate marketing, any sort of personal, monetizing personal brand, even say someone in the whole social media marketing sphere, we're just really good at sales. Even say someone in like drop shipping, they're pretty good at, understanding why people buy, or the best drop shippers, and they're just good at retargeting ads. They're good at email marketing to help their Shopify store. The only one where really you could be shit at sales or just know nothing about sales and still succeed, in my opinion, is Amazon FBA, because you've got the entire marketplace there basically just to sell for you. So sales is super, super important. Way of the Wolf, go ahead, pick that up. The last one is The Thank You Economy by Gary Vaynerchuk. I took the sleeve off, but Thank You Economy by Gary Vaynerchuk. Guys, one thing about me is I don't like simple truths. I don't like very raw books. And I'll be honest, a lot of the shit I see online these days, and a lot of the things advice I see people give is just, it's simple truth. It's like, they're just trying to sell you on a simple dream, guys. Life is not simple, right? Online business is not simple. People overcomplicate it, but my point is, I see a lot of advice given to entrepreneurs online. Work hard, surround yourself with the right people, invest in yourself. Like, I just see so much like shit that is reused, recycled. Like, no one's saying anything of value anymore. And there are a few people who I respect so highly, in this space, entrepreneurs who are giving advice, and I really, really do have a lot of respect for them. And then a majority, just my opinion, they're just saying pointless stuff. The Thank You Economy, it's one of those where it's just like, it's very simple, but I think it's never been more applicable. Some of the other books that I've seen, I don't know if we read off some of the shit on here. No Excuses. There's just like so many just like simple truths. There's just so many like people just telling you a message and packaging it in such an elaborate way, and it's just a simple concept. that's kind of the thing with Thank You Economy, but it's still such a great book because I think it's never been more applicable. Thank You Economy basically is just, it's reciprocity. You know, he just gives so many examples here of how he won by caring and you know, and always being the first to give, and how that comes back at the end of the day. And I find, you know, it's a simple truth. You know, it's not anything groundbreaking, but I actually think it's never been more applicable than right now, because I find that there's a lot of people, especially like entrepreneurs and stuff like that, that are just like, they're so focused on themselves. You know, they're so focused on what could they take. They're so focused on the quick short-term gratification, cashing in early. And you know what I love about Thank You Economy is, like, dude, in a room of 50 people, 47 of those people should owe you a favor, right? And that's also like kind of how I like to live my life. You know, I don't, for the most part, I will give more in every single situation, right? And I'm very, very lenient, and I'm a very giving person in general. And you know, that's just kind of like the way I like to live my life, because I think it's good business, and good business, yeah, sure, maybe it doesn't make sense in the next 6 months, right? But in 6 years, like, things show, right? And especially, as I said, guys, I know who you are. I know the sort of stuff you're watching. You're watching other entrepreneurs online, and these other entrepreneurs are, you know, they're getting quite quick success. And who am I to say? I went from 0 to multiple 6 figures in a year. I had quite quick success, right? But it was the byproduct of so many years. And you know, thing with Thank You Economy is, like, luckily it just teaches you to have that 3-year, that 5-year, that 10-year, that 20-year view on things, where, look, if you do good business, it comes back around. And I've experienced that myself. And as I said, I know you as a viewer, you're watching people maybe like me or other people out there who are getting really quick success, and you're just, like, so desperate to get that success that maybe sometimes you forget the difference between, you know, giving first, doing good business, and how that always comes back around, and whatnot. So guys, those are my top 5 favorite books. Personal MBA, go ahead and pick that up. You know, it's going to give you a solid business framework. Thank You Economy, go ahead and pick that up, because it's never been more applicable. You know, The Way of the Wolf, go ahead and pick that up, because you got to learn some sales. Expert Secrets, go ahead, pick that up, because I don't care what you do for a living, you should be able to monetize it. You know, a regular job, like, for certain people, if you make $10,000 a month, you're considered, you know, wealthy. You know, this is all, like, relative. You know, there are people out there who make $1 million, and, you know, in their relative sphere, or in their relative world, $1 million is small. It's all, you know, what stage you're at, right? But my point is, like, a lot of people consider $10,000 a month wealthy. I think you should, like, $10,000 a month, it should, like, it's a no-brainer. You should make $10,000 a month from your passion in some way, and this is a good first step. And then .com Secrets, go ahead and do this. This will teach you more about paid traffic, funnels, webinars, stuff like that. Anyways, guys, go ahead, pick up those books for $100. That's incredible education right there. And if you actually want to get ahead of the competition, I recommend courses. Honestly, in this sphere, if you want to win, you have to pick up that like the nitty-gritty paid knowledge that is changing every single day, and all these courses are updated every single day with the latest information. This stuff, it's written 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years ago, and it can't keep up. So go ahead, pick that up if you don't have much money, but if you do want to crush your competition, I'm telling you guys, courses are where it's at. So if you enjoyed this video, please make sure you leave a like. Let me know, what videos do you want to see? Super interested to see this week. You know, I actually did a video more about how to wake up early, and then also one on, obviously, books. So not too much entrepreneurship stuff, but yeah, guys, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all tomorrow.